Yo, 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 guess who's back? One time for your mind. Yo, let me send this out to a couple peoples. Peoples. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my good peoples out there, brothers and sisters, friends. You know what I'm saying? Good to see everybody. Always push 24, back at it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Building back where I left off at. What up, cuz? What up, Josh? What up, man? You know what I'm saying? In today's interview, man, we're going to Sydney, Australia. We're going to be talking with NJE Official. You know what I'm saying? Musician, band, proud father, Sydney-based hip-hop artist. You know what I mean? And we're going to have us a good conversation today. Always Push 24 podcast back in the mix. What up, OG? Shout out to OG Lee. Big bro OG. Shout out to OG for the connect. You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at, let me send the you know what I'm saying? All right, I see you. Let me get you on in here, bro. Oh, let me see him. Hold on, I gotta see him one more. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I had to see in that one. That's the one I had to see. All right, here I come, NJE. Always put 24 back with the new specs, you know. We'll get NJE in here. And you good, NJE? All right, I see it. I see it. See it. Hit that button. You know how that we is cross country, so we're gonna make it work though. Press the button. Hopefully it'll do right. What it's saying on your end, NJE. Hey, we doing okay. Hold on. Okay, NJE, you seen it? I believe we probably pressing the button at the same time. So you seen it, and I'll accept it. I think that's what be happening. Sometimes that happens a lot. What's up, ASAP Imagination? Shout out to ASAP, Mr. Paul and them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them over there, them and everybody. Much love, y'all. I gotta get back and I gotta get back to talking with y'all, man. Got a lot of good stuff going on over there. Yes, sir. Good to see you too. They got a lot of good stuff going over there. I'm catching up. I'm getting back into the algorithm of things. Yo, yo,
Ah, there we go.
yo. What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
Man, how you doing, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. It's about 10 a.m. over here in Sydney, Australia. Just wanted to say what's going on to the good people out there in the States. And thanks for joining in this podcast right here. And thank you for your time today, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you too, man. Thank you too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting everybody know. I'm gonna put it right here. Hashtag, NJE official. That's who to follow. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you too, also, man, for being able to come through and talk a little bit with me, man. Because of I want to give a shout out to my partner, my big brother OG Green Lantern over there in Reedley, Cali. You know what I'm saying? He the one that put me on to you, because he was able to contact you, and I was able to give one of your CDs,
Yeah,
because you signed it and wrote some good stuff on
what's
there
going
for
on,
me. You know what I'm
OG?
saying? Yeah, there you
Thank you.
go. Shout out to OG.
Big ups, OG. We appreciate the link up, bro. Thank you so much.
Boy, thank you, G. You know what I mean? And also, it's crazy how things work because once I started to do my research and look you up and stuff and some of the things that I was dealing with, it's like everything the stars kind of aligned if you want to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? The pieces of the
Yeah,
puzzle went
yeah.
together
Sure.
because it's some of the music, some of your music you talked about. Well, no, excuse me. You put your work out there. Your music was about things I was going through, you know what I'm saying, which we'll get into. And I read some of your past interviews that you did with some other platforms, and it was like wow, it's like everything kind of matched, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
nice.
definitely
Glad you can
dig
relate.
that, man. You know what I'm saying?
So glad that you can relate, man. I always try to make music that, people can relate to, people can feel from my own, like, personal experiences, like, when you've gone through it yourself, you can express it like so much more. I think it's important as an artist to keep it honest and keep it real with the people out there, 100%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll start off. I already asked, you know what I mean, like how you was doing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you are when I was looking at your profile, I seen Sid based rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then once I looked up, I said, oh, Sydney. Am I saying Sydney, Australia, right?
Yes, correct. Sydney,
Sydney
Australia.
based. Okay, Sydney based hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Of course, and proud father first. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a
So,
father,
uh,
2.5-year-old. He keeps me on my toes, keeps me good in this life, really. But to be honest, like, my son's my sunshine, really. He's
yes, sir.
my light in this world. No matter what you go through in life, man, when you got kids, they just come first. You know what I mean? It's just undescribable. When you're a father yourself, you understand. When you're a mother yourself, you understand. And yeah, I'm just blessed to have a healthy, loving child, and wake to him every day, and it feels amazing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a father too, and I definitely understand. You know what I mean? Where you coming from?
Yeah,
Um, so, so sitting in Australia, you know what I'm saying? Your hometown. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So like coming up, growing up, like what was growing up like for you? And then like and at the same time, like when did you fall in love with hip hop like you are?
All right. So originally, I was born in Auckland, New Zealand. I moved over to
Okay.
Australia when I was 8 years old, and when I first fell in love with hip hop, man, would have been like when I was maybe 13, 14. I heard like a maybe Snoop Dogg or something on the radio, a bit of Warren G, Coolio, and just like, wow, man, the way these guys, their creativity and this music thing, the way they rap, the lyrics, the style, the everything about what they were doing was just amazing to me. And then Tupac and, man, I just Biggie, Eminem, Big Pun, guys like this, they just inspired me so much. And then one day I just picked up a mic, a pen, started writing, doing my thing. Australian hip hop is, back then it was like, you felt like there wasn't many people doing what we would do, like what we were doing sort of in our bedrooms at the time. But man, like, eventually things started to happen out here and people started to break through on a mainstream level, getting on the radio and whatnot. And this is like early 2000s and stuff. And you just build up, and then eventually we're doing shows and whatnot. And it's just love for the culture, and keeping it 100 with what you do. And when you spit it with heart and passion, people relate. Here I am, like, 20 so years later, still doing what I do, and it's just a love thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So, like, I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this before, but I know you know the difference. Or do you feel like you are more of a rapper or are you more of an artist, and why?
Well, I'll probably be more of an artist, to be honest with you, man, because a rapper is sort of like, you're sort of pigeonholed into that. You know what I mean? Like, into that thing. Like, these days, let's be honest, man. A lot of rappers are just not. They're not like. They're not doing it for me, man. Like, if
Hmm.
as an artist, I can be so much more. Like, I mentor kids, bro. I'm out here trying to teach these youth, like, give them some good direction. You know what I mean? Like, that's some artist shit right there. Because we gotta teach the youth, show them the way. Because, man, there's a lot of ills in the world these days. Like, look around you. Like, look at this social media. there's a lot of poison in this world, you know what I mean? So we need to educate the youth, and you know, that's what I feel like as an artist, as a human being. That's my duty, because some kids, they might look up to me. Oh, bro, I love what you do. I love your rap. You man, you're like, I like what you do. But it's like up to us to make a difference. Like I could be out here doing drugs and da da da, but I got a kid, man. I'm a parent, so I got to look like, I got to be a role model to some of these people, regardless of how I feel. I'm a role model to a lot of people, so I need to be real with these kids and give them something more than just like, you know, it's important to be a role model, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In what's the hip hop scene like in your area right now?
You know, there's a lot of sub genres these days in Australia. Like you
Okay.
got the grime stuff, getting the UK influence happening. You got the boom bap style. I describe my style personally as like a boom bap soul, and
Okay.
it's kind of, you know, I'm just heavily influenced by those '90s vibes, you know, because to me that's like the shit that it is, man. You know, like I went over to the States at one point, 2013, went to the hip hop tour with Grandmaster Caz. Shout out to Grandmaster Caz, man. And you just soak up what it is, the culture, and like why you do what you do. And Kaz, man, oh, he's just an amazing guy. If you've ever met Kaz, or you know, I recommend to anyone who goes out to the States, if you're out in New York, go on that hip hop tour, because you could just soak up the culture like a sponge, and you understand what it's all about a bit more, and you know, like why do we do what we do, and you know, it's really universal now. Like, so for me, it's really important to keep it true to the culture, you know what I mean? But there's a lot
Yeah.
of subgenres going on out here, and you know, like I'm just, it's good to see people do their thing regardless, like do what makes you tick and whatever. But yeah, man, I'm just supporting any artist to keep it positive with this music, you know, because we use music as something that to keep our spirits up, to keep us, you know, like keep us level headed, you know. So I think it's very important we support each other, support our own, and yeah, that's where it's at for me.
And also you produce too. You know what I'm saying? I was reading where you had hands on some of your albums, you know what I'm saying, produced a lot of your music, you know. So was that also something that you caught on too quick once you got into the studio and stuff like that?
With producing, like personally, I don't make beats, but I have like hands on with like, oh, like I tell my engineer, let's do a drop in this part, let's like keep this here. So it's sort of just like behind the scenes, like I have a lot of say in my music, like how I want it to sound, and you know, like stuff that sometimes a producer would be doing for you. It's like I'll get in there with my engineer and like really like touch things up and make them like exactly how I want it to be. And you know, like I don't really produce. I like run my own events and shows, but as for production, like making beats, nah, like I leave that with the pros, bro. Like that's not really for me.
Word. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about one of the articles I read, you know what I'm saying, when I Googled you up, is a single that you got called Ball Inside. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on
And
side, yeah, very deep one for me, man.
that one right there, you know what I'm saying? Like some stuff that some personal issues that I was going through, and that's why I was like, yo, man, like it's a dope match to where it's, you know, things that you've been through and that you rap, you know what I'm saying, rapping about, speaking about, and things that I'm going through and I could relate, you know what I'm saying, which made me dwell into your albums and start
Yeah, yeah.
listening like, okay, want to hear some more like this, I want to hear some more like this, and I heard some, like not to mention you got a dope menu, man. I know what I'm saying, I love your albums. You got some dope music, you know what I'm
Thank you,
saying.
thank
But
you.
that song right there caught my attention. You know what I'm saying? And without telling me too much, I mean asking too much, where did the inspiration come for that song? For you to put that together, had that idea, you know what I'm saying? Like where did that come from for you?
Wow, man, like first of all, I got to give a shout out to the singer on that track, Bruce Hathcock. He's actually from the States, from LA. And man, he just brought that raw emotion. That his voice was special on that track. So when I got him on the track, and when we were like in the studio, it was just an amazing session, man. And like he got it to that point where, yeah, this has to be a single, this one right here, because it's really expressing what I was going through. Bottled inside, the concept, basically, I had that beat for a long time, man, but I was just like sitting on it. I was like, I need to feel the right way for this one, right? So I had the beat playing, looping, and just like, yeah, like this is a good concept, bottled inside, because we as human beings, sometimes we, especially men, like men, sometimes like we got to have this strong front about us and that. But man, the way I was feeling inside, it's like I couldn't talk about this stuff to people and what I was going through. I was actually in a very abusive relationship at the time with a
Okay.
narcissist, and man, I was going
Okay.
through a lot of shit that was kind of hard to talk about to your boys and be like, it's kind of embarrassing, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I had
Mhm.
to sort of release it like that on that track, because it's like, how do I talk about this stuff? Do I need to go to a counselor to talk about it? And yeah, I actually ended up going to a counselor down the track and spoke about what I was going through, because I needed to get it out somehow, some way.
Mhm.
And sometimes in life you need to like find yourself once again and get back on your feet. And you know, don't ever feel like too weak to speak about it, you know, because it's important we vent, whether it be to a stranger, whether it be to a friend, a family member. But I felt like I was a burden on a lot of my friends because they've got their own issues. So sometimes it's good to go to a counselor. It's good to speak about it. So the track Bottled Inside is basically about feeling that way. And I know a lot of people can relate from their own angle, their own perspective. So that's why I put that one out. And yeah, really thankful for the production. Rusty Beats on the beat from Russia there. And big shout out once again to Bruce Hathcock, because he made that track what it was. And man, very special to me, you know. And I'm so glad that many people can relate. Like you yourself there in Alabama can relate to this shit, man. That's great for me, because it just shows how much it speaks to the world. And you know, I'm so glad that you know it's helped people, because I got a lot of messages at the time when I released that track, and people just like thank you, because it touched a part of them that you know they could really relate to it. So yeah, that's basically
Yes,
in a
sir.
nutshell what the track's about.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people in the chat respond to that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, um my mom passed away September 2nd, you know what I'm saying? She passed away right
Condolences,
before my birthday, you know what I'm saying? So
condolences,
like
damn.
and the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, I was more shocked than sad. You know what I'm saying? The sadness came, but you know what I'm saying, it was just a shock because my mom was so tough, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
getting advice from people that already been through it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, songs like that you created and stuff like that, it helps people like in my position, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm used to being a happy guy, you know what I'm saying? Silly guy, being cool. Like I'm the cool dude, you know what I'm saying? But it
I
seemed
feel that.
like I could, but I seen myself in Mr. NJE. I seen myself like not like you know how a slug move? Like I seen myself slug into a dark position. Like I seen it, man. I seen it. And it's like, but it's like certain little signs and certain little things will happen to keep me from falling into that trap. You know what I'm saying? Like just and you know, and then people giving me different examples. You know what I'm saying? Just even me, my head, you know what I'm saying? Like you got the little white one, you got the little red one, you know what I'm saying? The little white one, like, just calm down, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just take a deep breath. Talk to somebody. The little red one, like, oh man, it's over with, man. We suffocating. Go get a drink. Smoke your life away. You know, or eat snacks all night. Just stay up. Don't sleep. You know, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And once again, songs that you created and knowing that you went through something and you was able to talk about it, knowing that you got people out there, friends out there, even sometimes it ain't even friends, it can just be people that just feel like,
Yeah,
hey, you know, hey, if you need to talk about something, I'd rather you talk about it than bang your head on a brick wall, you know. So
yeah.
that that is that's a big help. But yeah, I'm glad that's it always feels like a breath of fresh air to get stuff like that off your chest, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm
Um,
so glad that it gave you something, bro. Because I mean, I feel you, man. Like, I lost my mother in January, and I lost my father in December, so
Mm.
I had the double
Same.
hit. And man, yeah, the loss of parents is something else, especially your mum, because your mum put you on this earth, and but yeah, like you say, man, when you feel it, like you feel like they're indestructible, because like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and we're not. One day we're all gonna go, and
Yeah.
it's it's a tough one to swallow, bro. You know, we just got to stay strong and look out for each other, you know, because we all we got, you know.
Word up. Word up. You know what I'm saying? That right there, what you said, that always bring me back. Like I said, don't make me feel better. It just make me understand better because we all got to go through it. We all been through it. We see it steady happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's steady happening. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it march through it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know what I mean? Great conversation with you right there, though. But to turn the mood around, what's another love or hobby that you have that most don't know about?
oh man, I'm a massive basketball fan. NBA starts
Ah,
today.
NBA starts today.
I'll be tuning into that Lakers Nuggets one. I'm gonna check out LeBron, see how he's starting.
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Well,
We gonna see.
just
It's,
at the game, you know what I mean? I love the NBA, like massive fan. I play basketball myself. Played last night. Getting a little old, but can still go out there and give them some buckets. It's all
hmm
fun. And
And
speaking on mental
okay.
health of that, bro, like I'll be real with you, the basketball, man, it's so good for the soul. Like when I was going through the loss of both my parents, I went harder on the court. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
made me go harder. Maybe like give an extra, like 20% type thing, because it's just like you feel free on that court. You know what I mean? There's nothing like a sport or something that makes you just let go and just be in a different world, a different time zone. Just it's special, man. So I advise anyone that's going through some bullshit, get out there, grab, hit the weights, play soccer, play basketball, play football, whatever it is that you feel like, your friend might just invite you, hey, come out, come play, go and play, because sport, man, it just eases the stress, man. You need
Yeah.
something.
The release. You need that release. I see what you're
That's
saying. Okay.
it.
Also, that's dope because I had that written down. Uh, Staying in balance by doing music, going to the gym, and playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Then
Balance
like your
is key.
therapy. You know what I'm saying? You
Balance
know
is
what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Sometimes it's hard to get it all right. Like it's like you got to find a little time for everything. But man, yeah,
Uh,
just
uh,
keeping
I,
your mental right is very important.
I also, you know what I'm saying? I also read a little in one article where you got a thing for animals. You know what I'm saying? You're an animal lover too.
Oh yeah, love animals.
You know what I'm
Unfortunately, I have
saying?
2 dogs. My ex-partner took those dogs when the relationship failed. Never saw
Uh
those
huh.
dogs.
Ah,
Um,
ah, that leaves a
yeah,
scar
bro,
too. That leaves a scar.
these are the scar, man. But end of the day, like I got my son. Like
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I got my son, because my son is just everything to me. Like I miss my dogs, but one day I'll get some dogs again. So my son has like a dog, in his life. Because kids and animals, it's a good thing. You know what I mean? But
Yes, sir.
yeah, definitely. I feel like if I wasn't in this music thing, or I might be up in the zoo doing something, because I just love being around animals and stuff. But yeah, man, definitely always got a thing for animals. Love dogs, love cats, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Animal lover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Close to the earth. Animal lover. That's what's
Of
up,
course, of
man.
course.
So, um, back to hip hop for a second.
Yeah,
So, what are your thoughts on hip hop as a whole right now? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the old school still dropping hits, you know what I'm saying? Like Nas and dropped 5, 6 albums within the last 3 years.
yeah,
Then we got the radio stuff. Then we got, just it's so many still different parts of hip hop out there now. And then you got
yeah.
your own scene, your own region. So what are your thoughts on hip hop as a whole, knowing that you came from, the what I would say where I come from. I come from the '90s, '80s baby, '90s raised. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's me too. So for me personally, man, like I listen to a lot of the older stuff. I'll be honest with you. Like it hits deeper for me. I'm always digging for those underground gems, man. But guys like Apollo Brown, man, Apollo Brown beats are like just absolutely crazy. The way that guy produces, like anything Primo touches, I'm always like, wow, Primo, wow, I gotta hear that. A lot of the new stuff today, it doesn't really excite me too much. But I'll be honest with you, the new Nas stuff, when Nas drops, I'm always tuning in for that. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I just like that old school vibe. As long as the hip hop is banging with the lyrics and stuff, yeah, definitely. A lot of the radio stuff doesn't really do much for me these days. Like, I don't really like the direction. I think it's taken away from the culture, like the things they're rapping about. I don't want to hear someone rapping about like, I got more money than you. I don't care. Like, I'm deeper than that. If you want
Right.
money, you can go work a corporate job. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like, how much money you got? Like, I want to hear something deeper, that something you've been through, something you've lived. Like, so as long as there's substance in the lyrics and the beat hits, yeah, man. But I think like for me personally, like when you hear a banging beat and your ears just sort of go, whoa, whoa, like and it's all that those elements of hip hop, like when it's the real hip hop, you just like, whoa, that gets me personally. So I've got my Spotify on, like, and just whatever, sometimes it picks music and it's like it'll show a song next like that's similar to what that is, which is great. So I might put on an Apollo Brown song and I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. And then boom,
Mm-hmm.
it fixes something like that's similar. So that's great. The Spotify has that. As for the local scene, yeah, man, anyone that really grabs me with their lyrics, the way they dance on that beat, yeah, that's what gets me. I like to see a lot of passionate artists. Like I run events and shows out here in Australia, like all
Mm-hmm.
around Australia too.
Right.
Although I haven't been to Perth since like 5 years or so because of COVID and whatnot. But with
Mm-hmm.
local shows, I handpick my artists and I handpick my supports, and I always pick guys with passion and soul. Like they gotta have that level of like passion that I have, or otherwise, like I can't really deal with them. You know what I mean? It's gotta be pure.
Yeah.
Like if I got my stamp on it, it's gotta be something that I like, that I fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's very important. That's how that's how I look at it. That's what I'm into these days. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, uh, just a curiosity question. Does Aussie rap have its own lingo?
Yeah, in some ways, I think sometimes like you got these artists doing this grime style and stuff. It's like they kind of got a bit of the UK influence, and but then they got their own style too. So they come with something like, I'm influenced by this side, and then they bring their own flavor to it, like the Aussie style. And same with like us who are influenced. Like personally, I'm very influenced by the States, artists from the States, because I grew up on that. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
then we bring the Aussie flavor with it too. So yeah, I think we do. We do have our own like sort of slang and style, and whatever like style you be bringing on the beats. Like whatever it presents to you, you might bring your own style. And different states have different things. Like you got out there in the States too. People from Alabama will have a different style to people in LA. People in LA will have different style to people in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay. All right. OG Lee asked, who would you want to work with that is no longer with us?
Oh wow, man, I have to say Tupac, man. Tupac's just, man. How's that guy still so relevant to us? Like just amazing. Like the way he communicated, the way he like he done it, man. It's just wow. And you could play a Pac song today and just it still just hits you so deep, man. Like something about Pac was just special, just amazing. So I'd have to say Tupac.
Okay. All right. No doubt. I like that question too. Just good looking out, OG. Um, what's a tour like with NJE official, man? What's a tour when you go on tour? What's your tour package like? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll be honest with you, bro. I've never been on like a full like on the road tour, like city to city, state to state like that. I have to work a job like most people do. So
Word.
I'd be like, I'll work the week and I'll structure my week where it's like I go away on the weekend. So it'd be like work the week, early Saturday morning, get up, fly out. You know what I mean? So, and then it'd be like spend the day in the state, maybe like get some rest in, get a good meal into you, go to the venue, do a sound check, and then get ready for the show. And we always try to keep it very professional. We make sure every artist is good, taken care of. We do our sound checks. We make sure all the artists are good, got all their beats ready to go, and you know, we keep on schedule, and that's where it's at. And we just have a good time. We keep the vibe very, you know, like this is for all of us. This is for the people,
Hmm.
and yeah, man, it's always a good time.
Yeah, I was watching some of your reels. You know what I'm saying? Where you know what I'm saying you caught a piece of a couple pieces of your live shows or being on stage. And I
Yep.
definitely noticed the energy. The energy is high impact, but at the same time it's like cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I could vibe with that crowd. I know I could vibe with the music. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank you, thank you.
definitely, definitely.
I always try to keep it very interactive with the crowd too. You know, start chatting with them. You know, let them relate to something. I might like do a little intro to a song, like say the Bottled Inside one. You know, like might say like, hey, you guys might have been through a situation like this, just so they can feel it on a level. You know what I mean? Like, and I try to keep the concepts and everything just interesting and interactive. Interactive is a very great thing to have with live shows, man, because you got to make the people feel like, oh, this is an experience. Like, so they're coming
Yeah,
in, they're like, for me, like it's like you're coming to my show, so you paid money to come see me, so I'm gonna make this special for you. I'm gonna
right.
come shake your hand after, like, thank you so much for coming through, and like, I just appreciate each and every person for coming through and like taking a night off to come see me. You know, it means so much to me. Yeah.
Word up. Angel Garden said, "Broke man's bounce." They love that. That's a banger. That song's a
Yeah,
banger.
that one right there, man. We did
Shout
that.
out to you.
Would've- I would have done that track probably 2006. So yeah,
Wow. What's been your most humbling moment that you can remember, NJE?
most humbling moment. You know, I'll be honest with you. Like to me, like when you've made songs, when you've made music, you know, it's really nice when you get a person when they might message you or something and just say how a song may have impacted them. You know, like
Right.
you get someone that just randomly message you and just say, or sometimes in the flesh, you might be at a show and they come up to you. I just want to thank you because your song, your album, it got me through some shit, and you just realize how powerful this music thing is when people tell you that, how powerful what you do is. You know what I mean? And it's so humbling, man, when you get that. Like it's special because you've helped a person get through some shit. You know what I mean? And there's nothing like it. You know, like it's like there's a reason you're doing what you're doing, and that right there, you could get paid like $1,000 for a show. You could get all these streams, the milestones, this, that. But when people come to you and they say, "Fuck, man, that shit got me through some rough times," man, that's priceless. That's like, how can you? Nah, nothing compares, man. It's very special when people say that, and it's like when you're low, that shit will come to you, and it's like, oh man, I'm doing something out here that's saving me too. You know, that's special. You know.
No doubt. No doubt. Uh, CJ Fashion left a message for you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jay Paris. What's going on, big bro? Making the comeback, bro. Now shout out to Jay Paris. You know what I'm saying? Man of the people right there. Man of the people right there.
Much love.
Love
Thank
the
you guys for
children.
tuning in.
Thank y'all
Thank you. Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for just the look. Yeah, even just the blink. Thank you for the blink. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. J, I'm gonna be hollering at you soon too, man. You know what I'm saying? Represent, represent. Thank you, thank you, Mr. NJE.
Yeah.
I know one thing I can tell when I Googled you and just looking at all the different answers that you were giving in the different interviews, I can tell that you read people very well. You know what I'm saying? I can
Thank you.
tell that you probably ain't somebody that just judge somebody. You get one chance to mess up, and when you mess up, that's when I gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta create some distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I ask
100%.
you that, sir. To I ask you that also because there was a conversation you was having with, I don't know whether it was a magazine, podcast, or what, but you said something in this way where you said you don't know what somebody else is going through. So it's like, say what's up or say hello or ask them how they doing in that type of manner. I can't remember word for word, but I do remember that one part where you're like, you don't know what somebody else going through. So don't
100%.
just, you know what I'm saying? So I ask you that to ask you this. What do you think, sir, is the biggest misconception that people have about people in your eyes?
Man, like you say, sometimes you can see pain in people's eyes. Like, but don't be mad at people. Like, just be kind, man, because you like you say, you never really know what people are going through. And like, I'm always I just try to be polite to people because you don't know the battle that they're going through, the personal battle. Maybe it's something that they don't want to speak on. Maybe they're just fed up of life and they're fed up of everything, people going at them. So just treat people with respect, because there's no need for this hate in the air, you know what I mean? Because people are going through some shit in life, so it's important
Yes,
just to
sir.
be kind. Like I said in that, wherever you saw that, I know I can kind of think back to where I've wrote that somewhere or been interviewed or something. But
Yes,
yeah, it's just for
sir.
me, it's very important to be kind because everyone's fighting something, man. Whether it be home life, work life, they've got a boss that's always on their back, but they got to pay those bills and they can't leave that job. You don't know what people are fighting, so just be nice, be kind. There's no reason to, even if someone does the wrong thing by you, maybe they're just triggered by everything that's going on around them. Try to be a bit like, whoa, well, like back off from it and just say, look, like there's a way to be about it, but just be kind, man. In
Yes,
all
sir.
honesty, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, man. We almost at the end, man. I hope you enjoyed some of the questions I asked. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully nothing
Oh,
sounded like anything else, but I definitely tried to think of a different way to ask you stuff, you know what I'm saying, and be just a little more deep, a little more real because I noticed that just from looking up and just looking at the titles of some of your songs, you know what I'm saying? Uh, so what I got right here is I wrote down your albums and I want you to give me the first thing that you think of, or tell me what you was going through, or what this album means. So, you ready?
okay.
Okay. We're gonna start off with 2012 Life Scriptures.
Oh, man. What I was thinking at the time, like, how do I do this? A
so,
big learning curve.
okay, okay. And like as far as like were you like really writing then, like did you have it in the form that you wanted, like, or was it freestyle, was it mixtape, you know what I'm saying, like around that time?
Look, that one, it's a album I put together over a maybe 2 year period, but it was my first time, so it's sort of like, how do I do this? Am I doing it right? Is these tracks really representing what I'm about? People are telling me put this style on, put that style on. So personally, like if I went back, I'd take certain tracks off, but there's still elements of me that I'm still proud of today. Like there's certain tracks on that album that I'm like, I can look back and go, yeah, man, like that's me. That's who I am. So I'm happy with probably 80% of that album. But man, when I look back, I would change some of it. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's a debut, man. So when you're doing a debut album, it's like you're always gonna look back and be like, oh, I could have done that different. So yeah, learning
okay.
curves.
Next, 2013 Like Food for the Soul. I love that title, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
So that one there,
So,
man,
okay.
it was just like keep bringing the people good music. So like food for the soul, because like for me, music's like soul food, you know, like,
mm,
so it's like a
mm.
good meal for me. Like, you might be eating a meal and it'll be like, oh, damn, this is a good feed. We need that musically too, right? So this is a dish for me to you. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the meal, you know? So I came with a concept with it, and the beats were real soulful. We kept it really hip hop, head nodding shit. And yeah, man, that was a really easy album to create for me personally. Like, I was just in the zone, and yeah, really happy with the outcome of it, and probably easily one of my best albums. I was at a point where I was like just cruising, you know. So yeah, good times.
Okay. Okay. Now we go from 2013 to 2018. I noticed that gap right there. So, did
Yeah,
was that gap, was that like the time where, you know what I'm saying, if you was rebuilding personal life and stuff like that? You had to kind of
yeah, yeah. I think like sometimes I think I was working on like a mixtape and an album at the same time. So it's sort of like, and then life hits, and then you sort of, when you go through the roller coaster of life, sometimes, man, like music's got to take a back seat. And you know, I think I moved states at the time. I was in New South Wales and Sydney, and
okay.
moved to Queensland. Um, so my studio and my engineer was based in Sydney, so I'd be flying back down just to get my tracks and my mixes right. Because I always like to run with the same guy. Shout out to Esper, my engineer. He's the man. He's one that keeps the mixes so crisp and nice.
Well,
So I just
Lord.
want to work with him. You know what I mean? So that's why there's quite a gap there, and just life shit. You know what I mean? You go through life shit, and yeah. But so what album of 2018? I was like so the Soul Beats,
From the
the Soul mixtape was released. Yeah, and yeah, man, that was just feel good music. Continuing on for the vibes, and yeah, man, yeah, just have to keep the music coming, 100%.
Okay. And then from the outside looking in.
From the outside looking in was dropped in 2010. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
2010. Okay.
yeah, that's all good, man. The thing is with Spotify, things got changed up there. I don't know
Oh,
what happened. Yeah, so that one actually came out 2010. So
okay.
then I had to sort of re-release it. There was some complications there. Oh yeah, that's right, because the distributor at the time, they was messing me over, taking money and stuff. Watch for those shady vultures out there, artists. Beware. Um, and I have to re regather the rights and stuff like that, and tell them to take it down. And you know, there
Ooh,
was a lot of drama and bullshit involved in that one, unfortunately. And
ooh.
eventually, I got it back. And you know, I 100% own all my masters, so I would advise any artist to do the same. Watch out for these people out here. So that album out there, that was actually my peak, man. That was like a time where I was young, you know, always doing a lot of shows, touring, and doing really well, getting a lot of international supports like Ice Cube, Exhibit, Bonefuck,
Mm,
Harmony, like the list goes on. Hops in the game,
mm,
so many great
mm.
international supports, and man, that's probably my favorite album from my catalog personally. Just free flowing. I found my zone. I found who I was as a person, as an artist, and yeah, from the outside looking in, man, very very solid release. Check it out. Yeah,
Okay, okay. And you know what I'm saying? I just had to ask this question. What NJE stand for?
it's my initials, man.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. We ain't got to tell nobody your name. I just wanted to. I had to make sure. I don't, you know what I mean? We ain't got to give that out. But now I know. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that, but I'm like, no, might have a special meaning to it. So let me just ask a little bit, just find out.
This is my thing. This is my thing with the name, right? Like when you first start rapping, it's like, do you want to be called something that like you're gonna regret later? Because a lot of young artists will be like Lil something or other, little this, but then you grow up to be a big something. It's like, so you're gonna change it to big. Like, well, like, what are you gonna do? So for me, I was like, why don't I just do my name, my initials? A lot of my friends call me NJ, so that's my initials. Chuck the E on the end. It's got a better swing to it.
Yeah.
So NJE, that's me. Yep.
Okay. Dope. OG Lee asked one last. How did you link up with Chris Rivers? which I find
I
interesting.
linked up. Man, working with Chris Rivers was very important to me. Why? Because massive Big Pun fan, man. Big Pun was just like the man, you know what I mean? Like the way he was crushing it before he unfortunately passed away was just next level. He was linking up with fucking everyone in the scene, and Pun was just like a hero to us. Like even in Australia, I was watching him like, man, this Pun guy is just crushing it lyrically and everything. And then his son came around, and it's like, holy shit, look at his son. His son's crazy. Look at his lyricism. Look at how people praise Pun's son, you know, and he's linking up with some of the Locks members and that. And I was catching a lot of Chris Rivers stuff, and I was like, man, I'd love to link up with this guy one day. And few people I know, like, you know, they got some hookups and stuff. And one
Yeah.
guy, he his name's Dr. G. He's out in UK. I got a link up through him, and he teed it up. And big ups to Dr. G. And yeah, man, Rivers came through with that heat, that fire. He gave me a shout out at the end of the track, and yeah, man. And the thing with that track right there, we also got a guy from the UK up on it, from High Focus Records. His name is Verbs. Verbs is extremely dope. Check out the song, by the way, if you haven't. It's called Which Way Do We Go? So you got the Aussie rapper, you got the UK rapper, and you got the US rapper. So one of my favorite joints from the current album. Yeah, much love. That's how it came about.
Okay. All right. All right. And before we be out, you know what I'm saying, let me just say once again, you know, like thank you, man, for just giving some moments of your time. Hope I didn't hold you long, you know what I'm saying? I like it, because you definitely informed me and put me on game. But I have a personal request. I definitely want to ask you, like, who are some of the awesome rappers that I need to look out for, listen to, check out, do my research on, just to check out some good music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't mind, just a few little shout outs of who I can look for and find. You know what I'm saying? Another sound that I like.
Man, look, personally, like I've seen a lot of artists really develop over the years, and some guys that you really need to check out here. Like for me personally, the ones I'm really feeling, guys like Mawns. Mawns is
Okay.
amazing. Check out Nelson Dialect, who's from Adelaide, but he's over in the UK now. Amazing artist. A guy
Yeah.
like Cogs, independent grinder from WA. Amazing music. Who else have we got? Complete. Complete's amazing, doing really great things out here. These guys are like really raw artists that keep it pure with the art, and man, I highly recommend them. A guy like
Okay.
Wombat. Wombat's extremely dope, very good lyricist. Yeah, yeah, man. Like those are some of the guys that I personally recommend that you check out. Happy to link you up anytime, bro. Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. Straight up. Straight up. Bliss and Angel One Guard said Bliss and Esso.
Oh yeah, shout out to Bliss and Esso. Those boys have been doing it for a very long time. Very dope crew. They've gone over to the States, done their thing. They've gone over to Canada. Yeah, yeah, dope artists, 100%.
And you pretty much 20 years in the game, right?
About 20 years, yeah.
So do your peers, you know what I'm saying, they approach you like the OG, you know what I'm saying? They approach you like legend, they
Yeah,
approach you like, you know what I'm saying, you look at, you know, like because I'm pretty sure you show the love back. I see it in the reels,
yeah.
I see it in the, you know what I mean? How that make you feel, man? You know what I'm saying? When they approach you like that, just give you that ultimate respect off the top.
Oh, it's really nice to see, like, you know, when you link up with people and they're like, oh, damn, like, I remember you from back then, da da da, this, that, this track, whatever. It's like, it humbles you. And just, you know, for me, it's like hip hop is just something we live, we breathe, we eat, like the soul food, you know. But like, it's just humbling, man, because it's like, you just take it in pride, I guess, because they've recognized what you do, what you've done for them, or like, it might have been a moment where the music just helped them, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's really nice, man. And yeah, I'm always looking out for young artists, and you know, try to give them direction, try to drop some gems on them, and just educate them and point them in the right direction, whether it be for a video clip or you know, you're looking to do some shows. Like I point you to the right people, the right studios. You know, I just want to see artists come up right and enjoy this art form that we love, and then you know, let's keep it pure. And yeah, it's very important to me.
And that's perfect because I was gonna be like, Mr. NJE, some good positive words for upcomers. You just are all about that hip hop, and you just said that. So let everybody know that's watching now, later, just fast forwarding it, whatever they're doing. Let them know where to find Mr. NJE official music at.
Man, like Spotify is probably the number one. A lot of people using that nowadays. If you ain't into Spotify, um, Apple Music, I got my YouTube channel, which is if you just search NJE hip hop, you'll find it. You know, or you could just Google me and find me on any platform, pretty much Facebook, Instagram, of course. Like, give me a follow, send me a message if you need to know anything, if you need any links. What's up, 20 large? Woo! Much love. Yeah, so you can find me anywhere, and like, yeah, I love to hear from you people. If you need any links, whatever, just send me a message. Happy to link people up,
Yes,
happy to chat. It's all about just keeping the unity strong in this culture. Yeah.
yes, sir. Well, I want to, you know what I'm saying, last of all, I want to say thank you for giving me time out your day. You know what I'm saying? I know, like you say, it's morning time over there, and it's
Yeah.
evening time over here, you know what I'm saying, which is still so crazy to me. Why can't we all just live in the same day? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, but, yo, man, like I said, I love your music. You got a great message.
Thank you.
I people and all the comments, I can tell your people love you. They follow you. You know what I'm saying? They rock with you. They ain't just people. They friends. They family. So
Yeah.
shout out to everybody that was able to come through and show support to Mr. NJE. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for everybody that came through
You got
to show me some support too. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I sure damn needed it because I was almost out. So this right here, Mr. NJE, is my comeback. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity because this right here actually has been brewing for about a good 3 or 4 years. Because
Oh,
you
damn.
gave me that CD, if you think about it, that CD you gave me, that was at least 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? COVID had happened, you know what I mean? And we was kind of going through that, you know what I mean? So, but yo, man, I follow you on Spotify, so I'll be definitely looking for any new music that come through. It's gonna hit in my new release. Um, Other than that, I follow you everywhere. I'll share a repost, so I'm always gonna be watching, man. I definitely hit you up again. You know what I'm saying? And we can have a little more fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to do my little quiz questions. So hopefully, but I had to get the real, man, and just show you that I did my research and took what you do with respect. You know what I'm saying? Just show you the respect by doing my research. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, man, you have a good morning, man. I know it's heading into noon over there, so have a good afternoon as well coming up. And please,
I'm about to
everybody,
stop.
follow, like, subscribe, show your support, download the music, upload the music. It's NJE Official with Always Cool 24 podcast. You know what I'm saying? Much love, OG. Thank you. All right,
Much
Mr.
love.
O. Hey, much love, brother. Salute.
See you guys later. Have a good one.